graph of this. Well, before we do that, we should know what the formula of to determine the gradient, we need to know what the formula is. So the formula for gradient is m is equal to our rise over our run. So let's find out what our rise is. Now there's many ways of tackling this question. I'm going to find two points. If I'm able to find those 2 points, apply my rise and run, I should be able to find out my gradient. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick this point and that point. If I'm able to do those 2 points, if I do my rise and my run, I should be able to find out where my what my gradient is. So I'm going to use green this time, and we'll start with. We can go up, but I want to go down. So I'm gonna start with this point and then end up at this point. Let's find out what our rise and run is. Let's first find out what our rise is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. So it's -6. And what will our run be? It's obviously going to be positive because it's going to the right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our run was +5. So therefore our m is -6/5. Now I could have done this by trying to find out our gradient from this point to that point, or this point to that point. It doesn't really matter, as long as you apply 2 points on any part of the graph, you will get the gradient to be m is equal to -6/5. So move on to question 3. I already put in the formula, so we need to find out the gradient. So this is another formula to find the gradient. Now this is commonly used if you know the coordinates of the 2 points, and then that way we can actually substitute these 2 values to find out our gradient. So I'm going to, before I can even apply this formula, I need to know what the x1, y1, x2, y2 are. So I'm going to actually make this the first point and this the second point. So this is my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, and this is my y2. And pretty much the 3 is the x coordinate for the first point, and this is the y coordinate for the first point, and so forth. So now if we can try and substitute this into the formula and hopefully find out our gradient. So our y2 was 9, so I'm going to put a 9 here, and our y1 was 1. Okay. Our x2 was 5, and our our x1 was 3. So now if we were to make that a little bit clearer, it'll be 9 take away 1 over 5 take away 3, which is equal to 8 over 2. So therefore our m is equal to 4. Let's move on to the next question. I think we've still got a bit of time to do this. Now, to answer this question, we need to know what the format of the gradient is. And we know that the formula of the gradient is y is equal to mx plus c. Now, if we can actually make that very similar to what the question is, we should be able to find out what the gradient is. So what is the question? Is y is equal to 6x plus 18. So with this in mind, we can line them up and find out what our gradient is and what our y-intercept is. We should know that this here is our gradient, and this here is our y-intercept. So let's line them up. We should know that this here is our m, and this here is our C. But we're only after the gradient, so M is equal to 6. I think we've still got enough time to do question 5. So to find out question 5, we need to sketch it, saying sketch. So we need to draw a graph. And to do the gradient intercept method, the first thing that we need to consider is, that we start at the y-intercept. And then the second step is to apply our rise over our run. Okay, so let's start with our y-intercept. So where is our y-intercept? Our y-intercept is here. So we start here. And then we need to apply our rise and run. Now, by looking at our rise, our M is equal to rise over our run. We know already it's 6. So it's 6 over 1. But if we do 6 over 1, we'll be going up 6. And we really don't have enough room. So I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to do negative 6 over negative 1. Because negative 6 divided by negative 1 is still, M is still equal to 6. So let's do that. So we're going to apply our rise and our run. But our rise and our run that we're going to use is this one. So we're going to go down 6. We're going to go down 6. And we're going to go to the left 1. And we'll still be able to sketch the graph. So let's do that. So we start at y-intercept, which is 18, and we'll go down 6. So we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go to the left 1 once. And then we stop there. Okay, and then we join the 2 dots. So we join the 2 dots here. Oops, I just wanted to make it look a bit more circular. That's it, perfect. Now, I'm going to use this line. I'm going to join the dots with a green thick. So we're going to start here and we're going to end there. I can keep on going. We'll do that again. Beautiful. So now you can see that's our line. In fact, oops, I'm going to actually do this again, and I'm going to use a different color because we've done our rise and run with a green. So I'm going to use maybe a purple or even a red. We didn't use red, so let's do that. Oh, we have used red, so let's use purple. That's very unique. Oops, it's very hard to do it on. Oops. All right, there we go. So we know our x-intercept is at -3. So this is our graph. I think we're going to end it here, and that's pretty much it for this first half of the video. Hopefully we'll go through the next 5 or 6 questions, which will be question 6 onwards. Thanks for watching.